Hello and welcome back to Anywhere But Here, episode 110. I'm Tom.
And I'm Ant.
And you can find us at abhpod.com, where at the top of the screen there is an Amazon banner. And it is working, is it?
Nobody got back to us.
Okay.
And it won't show up on my laptop, but it shows up on my iPad and my iPhone.
Yeah.
So we're just going to say it worked.
I used it this week.
You did?
Yeah.
So it's working. Well, we'll check that after. But hey, if it's not showing up, like I said, go over to our Facebook page, facebook.com/abhpod. Mm-hmm. And in our cover image, there is a little shop now button that you can click and you can get to Amazon that way. If you want to support us, of course, because we do this for free.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I mean, we're not the highest paid workers in the world.
No.
So it's nice to have a little bit of support in paying for the hosting costs and everything.
What we do receive is...
It's greatly appreciated. Yeah. We love it. We love it.
Indeed we do.
Yeah.
And you can get in touch with us on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
You can talk to us on Facebook as well as going through the links and everything, just like you can on Twitter, at ABHPod, where we say the same things.
Yeah. But on Twitter, sometimes it has a little Facebook link because what we've said is a bit too long for Twitter.
Indeed.
And it continues on Facebook. And we're back, YouTube, this week, youtube.com/ABHpodcast, and you can watch me outstretch my hand to you.
Gesticulate
Come on.
in your general
Support
direction.
us, yeah. And like us on all of those pages. Like us, subscribe, follow.
Don't forget to
comment.
rate and
Stitcher and iTunes.
and stuff on iTunes. And
where you can find us, Because any sort of interactions you do in these forums will... it will make us show up to more people.
Yeah.
Basically, it will put us higher up in rankings and things, and more people can find us. And we don't care about listenership.
Spread the love, but
we don't want to put the whole support us. We don't want to put that all on you lot that listen.
No,
so the more you interact, the more people can support us, and the less pressure there is on you. The less
pressure on your, the less weight on your shoulders.
Yeah,
you'll be less like Atlas holding the weight of the world. You can be like, I don't know, a colony of worker ants holding it. I don't know.
Worker ants because they support each other in
exactly.
there. Yeah,
I saw this amazing thing on a documentary where they literally like form I was going to say a human bridge, but it's not. It's an ant bridge.
Oh yeah, I've
where
seen
they wrap a leaf round to build a nest inside it.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's crazy. Where they kind of build bridges of ants.
Yeah. And you can build bridges of listeners to our show. Wow.
Oh,
sorry, I'm slightly low on energy.
No,
today
that's fine. That was a good analogy for getting listeners to help us out.
We were out with Annie and Ozzy last night.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it was a heavy session.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was good.
What we missed one, didn't we?
We missed
email. abhpod@gmail.com, where you can contact us.
You can contact us anonymously
if you so require.
Indeed, yeah. I haven't checked the email in weeks.
Was there anything? No, there was an email saying our WordPress has been backed up, and then the usual. Oh, Stitcher is changing its policy again.
Yeah.
Just the usual. Behind the scenes boring stuff. I wouldn't worry about it too much.
It's okay.
I'm going to do this now.
Do it now.
I know Tom wanted to get
No, that's fine. You do what you like.
It was Tom's birthday like a week and a half ago now. And I did have a present, and it was built up into this big, I've had it for weeks. And I did. Honestly, I had it. But the thing is, with turning 30, there's a little bit, some people don't like it. It's kind of like the jump between teen and 20s, isn't it? And you're kind of like, I'm not 20 anymore. I don't know if you're that way inclined.
I'm having a slight pre-midlife crisis.
Oh, you are? Yeah, quarter-life crisis. But in case you are, I was trying to think of what could make turning 30 better. And there's only... This is kind of like... Tom will get this.
Okay.
You might not. But I was trying to think what could make it better. And there's only one thing I could think to make it better, turning 30. Okay. So,
and this is what it is.
This will make it better. You will. How would you make anything better? You tell me, Tom. What makes things better?
By putting a Shrek in it.
Yeah, this is such an in-joke.
This is an in-joke unless, of course, you listen to Richard Herring's... any of his...
Not Shrek.
No, not Shrek.
A Shrek. You put a Shrek in it. And I was,
That's brilliant. I love it.
Yeah, I hope it fits. That's the problem with buying t-shirts. You never know.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Medium's fine. I'm sure it'll fit.
I will send it back if not and get the... Yeah, put a Shrek in it.
Hang it over the back of the chair.
Oh, Richard Herring. It's another thing like the rooster teeth. We mention it quite a lot.
All the time.
Just our favourite thing.
We know certain people do. I think Phil does, doesn't he? He listens
I'm not sure. But yeah,
Lester.
How can you make it better? Put a Shrek in it.
That's brilliant. That's so good. Thank you, mate.
That's all right.
Good stuff.
A week and a half of this like build up. Well, it was about 3 weeks of build up, wasn't it?
A massively in t-shirt design. Awesome. Good stuff. Because it's yours coming up soon.
Yeah, April.
Yeah, I've got to pull my finger out.
Well, don't. 30.
Yeah, I know. It's not good.
But Liz has been 30 for a year or 6 months, and you know it's not done her any harm.
No.
So
right.
I'm
sure it'll be fine.
Actually, on my 30th birthday, we were there was a roller disco at Moat Park, and Chloe really wanted to go.
Right.
And I thought it'd be a great idea, so we were going to go to a roller disco. But now we're actually going to go and see Cats.
Oh right, okay.
Because they did a limited run for the last sort of year, and they extended it. And Kerry Ellis, you might have heard about her before.
Yeah,
she's in it. So it's kind of on my birthday. We're going to London to watch Cats, and I've never seen Cats, and I really wish I had before it closed. But they're doing a limited run. It was Nicole Scherzinger before that, so there was no way I was going to that. But
no need.
Kerry Ellis is in there, so it's like,
Might as
I've got to go and see it now, haven't I? So that'll be cool. We're looking forward to that. That's on my 30th birthday.
Cool. I hope they let you in. They don't just turn you away at the door.
Why?
Because that's what happened to me on my 30th
Oh, good point.
birthday.
Good point. Yeah.
Still got nowhere with that at the moment.
Has there been a little bit more correspondence?
Not really.
Nothing.
No. They still want my phone bill, so we've ordered it. We've had to order it through Sky.
You've had to pay,
but you know,
for the paper copy.
Yeah, but it'll come a week before it would be printed anyway. So I'm going to my credit card company and getting them to stop the payment.
Yeah. Was the payment not cleared?
Well, it's gone out, but there's a protection act. We got a friend of ours, Andy, who is
legal.
Yeah.
Things.
Yeah.
And, no, that's cool. If you can do that, that would be fantastic.
Some sort of Consumer Rights Act of 1976.
Yeah, and I think all credit cards and debit cards actually have that same. So even if it was a debit card, they have the same rights as credit cards.
Yeah, basically what it is if you buy a service that's over £100 on a credit card and you don't receive that good or service.
Yes.
The legal requirement is that the credit card company refunds you, and then they chase
to get their money
back.
Yeah, and to be fair, you didn't receive...
I was refused service.
Through no fault of your own,
Yeah.
it was
e-dreams. So that's where I'm looking to go now. Only problem with that is that the credit card services are only open from 9 till 6 in the weekdays.
Oh, and you work weekdays?
Yeah, for the same company.
Oh, jeez.
So, yeah.
Although you can save money by going internal phone system rather than...
This is true, although...
do it on your lunch break. Go and use one of the...
That is what I want to do, but I won't be able to do that until Wednesday because for the last 4 days at work, including the next 2.
Yeah.
So Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, I'm only having half-hour lunch breaks.
Because you're so busy?
No, because I went to an interview on Friday afternoon and took 2 hours off work.
So, yeah, you're making up the hours. They're punishing you.
They're making me make up the hours. Yeah. Even though my boss did say that I wouldn't have to do that.
Wasn't the interview within the company? No. Oh, it wasn't. It wasn't external.
But she told me I wouldn't have to do that, and then the next day, when I wasn't even there, she was like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to do it."
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, don't you just love it?
I'm almost looking to get fired. Cool. But yeah, no, it was for a publishing.
Cool.
Company that publishes all sorts of journals for the manufacturing industry.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So they've got our paths across.
Yeah.
In a
sense. And also my brother just got a job up at BAE up the road.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So I have contacts in the industry. You
see. Awesome.
And yeah, no, it went all right.
Awesome.
But there was something between 15 and 20 people going for this one job. Yeah. So it's pretty competitive.
Well, that was kind of like the apprenticeship that I went for. There was like, I think 10 to 15 people. And then they narrowed it down to 8 interviews, which I was one of. And then it narrowed down to 4 people that they had to choose from, me being one of them. I didn't get it. I think it went to a guy who he's a boy racer and he works on engines and stuff like that. So it's kind of like they have to provide slightly less training, so he might qualify sooner rather than later. But I didn't get it. The decision of whether to take it or not was taken out of my hands. It's kind of a relief. But at the same time, even though I wasn't going to take it, it was kind of like,
oh. That's a shame.
They did the whole your interview, you went really well, and your aptitude test you did brilliantly on. It's just and it's kind of like, give me the job then.
Yeah.
It's like, but we it was between 4 people and we had to choose, so we chose those. But don't let that dissuade you. We'd love to see you progress in the company. Give me the job then.
Stop saying these things.
Stop saying these things like,
opposite.
we're not giving you the job, but we really wish you had got the job. Well, it's in your hands whether to give me the job or not.
Give me the job then.
So give it to me,
surely.
Please. Yeah. And then I can refuse to get the job.
No, this is it. I mean, there's 14 people going for this one job. 14 people, 15... It's somewhere between 15 and 20 because they're seeing a couple more people this week.
Right, yeah.
But they were like, we've had so many people apply for the job that we haven't replied to everyone.
So they've just had to, they've had to ignore some people.
Yeah.
Because, it will just be the case of like, right, these are the most qualified.
Yeah.
Like all these people have applied. These are the most qualified. So we won't write, even though it's not, you haven't been successful.
Yeah.
They probably will get around to that.
Yeah.
But at the minute, they're just focusing on.
Yeah.
But you got an interview.
Which is promising.
Which is a good start.
Yeah.
It's very, very promising.
It's something.
You've got experience. You've got a degree in journalism. Even if your job
is nothing
that you're going for doesn't involve the writing side of it.
Well, it's going to be online rather than print,
online.
but there is some crossover into print because the manufacturer, like in-house magazines, are.
But is it a writing job?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So you have got relevant experience.
Yeah, I've got relevant
You've done
experience.
work experience at newspapers and online as well.
Yeah.
You did a KM.
Yeah.
Online. So
I did.
You've got the experience. So
yeah. So why not? I'm trying to remain upbeat about it.
Well, yeah.
But I'm not pinning all my hopes on it because I know that
you've got to act like you've already got the job without feeling like you've already got the job. Because it's the feeling like you've already got it which gives you. Because I thought, I got to a point where I said, I really think I've got a chance with this apprenticeship. No, stop it. Stop.
No, I know you can't.
Because it's going to make it so much worse.
Yeah, when you're let down. So I'm not going to get excited about it.
No, but it'll be brilliant.
But I've had an interview and it went well, and I don't know.
So keep your fingers crossed for him, people.
Yeah, thank you.
As well as like you're going to have one hand for the job and one hand for the refund on the money.
Yeah.
So
like I've got so much going on.
You're not going to be able to do
it's,
anything, but
it's a mess at the moment.
It's life.
But it'll be fine. Everything will work out in the end.
Good. Well, yes, definitely fingers crossed. Shall we get on to our?
Yeah, we predicted some stuff last week about the Oscars, and we
did our usual.
We want to see quite how accurate we were.
Yeah, there was some quite good feedback. I think History Misunderstanding Stephen posted out that one of his favourite things about the Oscar season is our predictions.
Yeah.
And I believe the latest Weekly Geek Speak, Andrew said like he really enjoys our Oscar. If you want to hear some good Oscar predictions, go listen to Anywhere But Here. They do a really good job of it.
Oh, is that right? I've not listened to. I've just started listening to.
No,
it
they did.
It's
one of those weird things. It's odd because people mention our podcast a lot. But then some that don't mention it a lot suddenly and you're kind of that's us.
It's still got that like narcissistic thing about like hearing your own
love
name.
hearing my podcast name. But it just came as a surprise. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for that. But yeah.
So we did it as a kind of a competition, didn't we? Between the two of us, but also
internal competition, and then we wanted to see if we could keep our streak alive of accurately predicting the Oscars without knowing anything about most of the films.
That's it. And we will find out now how well we did. The first one we did was for visual effects because we're into things like that. You're quite into your kind of
well, like I say, I've been doing the 3D animation stuff, so it's kind of.
Now you said Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Yes, but I did and ah about it because it was performance as well as
because we weren't sure where it fell.
But I still went for Dawn of the Planet of the Apes because everyone goes on about it.
Yeah,
because it is a stunning looking piece of work. Yeah. Even though I've not seen the film.
I've seen stills. And
I've seen stills and trailers. And it looked good.
However, Interstellar was the winner.
Yeah, so Tom, mark up a point for Tom.
I've got a point on my scorecard.
And a point for ABH.
And a point for ABH.
I'm going to revel in that as well.
Yeah,
I'm going to take some credit for every time Tom's right.
That's it. Then we went for animated feature film.
Yeah.
Where we both chose Box Trolls.
Yeah, because I had seen... the winner was Big Hero 6.
It was, yeah, sadly. Well, not sadly. But
no, because it is.
Sadly
it's
for
good.
us.
I just didn't feel it had the magic. It was very, very good and very, very funny, and it looked really good. I was just kind of like, that was a good film. It wasn't brilliant. It wasn't amazing. It was a very good film, but it wasn't brilliant.
No.
And I'd heard Box Trolls was, but maybe that's just the visual side of it that people were going on about rather than the film itself.
Yeah, that's
the difficulty is when you're going on hearsay rather than actual knowledge.
Rather than actual knowledge, yeah, we can only.
But hey, Big Hero 6 won. I'm very happy about that.
Yeah,
because I've seen
it's another marvelous.
One of them is Ghibli, apparently. One of the other ones.
Yeah, it'll probably be that one, the Princess of.
Yeah,
Tale of the Princess Kaguya.
Yeah, because we said we didn't think.
I didn't think it was. No. Okay, who told us?
I think that was Weekly Geek Speak.
Oh right,
said about it, I believe.
Right.
But yeah, so hey, so Song of the Sea must be the French one.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
In the grand tradition of one Ghibli film and one French animation. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Did we do actress in a supporting role?
Yes,
I think we did.
And
I went for Emma Stone.
I went for Patricia Arquette.
And you won.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well done.
You got it.
Yeah.
So we're 1-1 at the moment.
Yes. And 2 for AVH.
Yeah, and 2 out of 3. For...
Yeah, I went for Patricia Arquette and I had no justification at all.
No. Just because she was in Boyhood.
That was exactly it. I think she did get it at BAFTAs, the supporting role.
I can't remember.
I think she did.
Yeah, you may well be right. Yeah.
So, I won.
Okay. Actor in a supporting role. Did we both go for J.K. Simmons? Yeah.
I think we did.
There was no
So
one
I
else
forgot my pad. I thought, as I was leaving, I thought about grabbing my pad and I didn't.
No, excuse me, sorry. But yeah, so we both got there was no one else in the running for that, I don't think, personally.
I mean, the close... Ed Norton, maybe. Ethan Hawke, because it was Boyhood.
Yeah, so that's 2-2.
2-2
and 3 out of 4. Yeah.
3 or 4, yeah.
Actress in a leading role. For some reason, we both went against what we both really thought was going to win.
Yes.
Which was Julianne Moore. She won.
Because she won the BAFTA, and we did actually bring that up and say, is she likely to win? Because Tom was like, well, yeah, they do usually correlate quite well.
But
okay,
then
I'm going to go for Felicity Jones.
But the thing is, I did the Zen answer, didn't I? I was like, sometimes they correlate, but then other times they don't.
Yeah.
It's like Confucius saying.
Yeah. But I went for Felicity Jones because I went with my heart because I loved that film.
And I went with Reese Witherspoon because I'd heard good things about Wild. I'd heard that this was her. If she was going to win an Oscar, which, let's face it, on the strength of her career so far, she was never going to.
Yeah. Oh, well, I don't know. Legally Blonde.
Yeah. Oh, no, Legally Blonde 2.
Oh, sorry. Even Blonder? I don't know. What was it called?
I don't know.
Like, but to be fair, Walk the Line, she was fantastic in that.
She was, yeah.
She can be really good at it.
She can do it. It's just a shame that she did that Legally Blonde thing that just sticks with her.
Oh, Liz loves that film.
Really?
Yeah. I don't mind it for turn your brain off and like it's not a good film.
I can't say I've watched it since it came out.
Cruel Intentions, she was fine.
She was in that?
Yeah.
I never watched that.
It's quite good. You should.
Yeah.
But yeah, Julianne Moore. We should have gone with our heads rather than our
because we
hearts.
both did say it, didn't we?
Yeah.
So still on 2-2 and
3 over 3 or 5
3
now.
out of 5.
Oh.
So we moved to actor,
yes.
and we were scared that Michael Keaton was going to win it, but of course Eddie Redmayne won.
Yeah, you can't
take that performance away from him, can you? Really?
No,
yeah.
I thought it was fantastic. I did and ah about Steve Carell because I'd heard great things, but then I did say the prosthetics. How much does that contribute to his performance?
Yeah.
Whereas Eddie Redmayne was all natural, sort of facial. There was no prosthetics.
There was no prosthetic involved,
or if there was, it was very, very limited.
Yeah.
But hey, we both got that.
So we're drawing.
Yeah. So we're 3 each.
3 each.
4 out of 6.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Maths. And then this is the final one.
Yeah.
Best Picture.
Yeah.
Now, you went for
Boyhood.
Yes, because it was made over 12 years, and that's apparently an achievement.
Yeah.
And not
when you think about it, it's not more an achievement, it's more of a...
It's good. It's good. Like
it's very good that he managed to do it. It's very...
We take the piss, but actually, yeah, it's...
What's the word I'm looking for when you stick at something? I don't know.
Yeah, that word. I just had it, and when you asked for it's gone.
Commitment. It's a big commitment that he committed to making that film. And he stuck to it. So you can't... And I suppose to keep the same style, as I imagine it would have, to keep the same sort of visual style over 12 years with different crews. There must be different crews.
Well, I'd imagine so.
Because some people that might have started on there as
probably aren't working for the same company anymore.
Or they started as Grips, and they've probably gone on to directing.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Something else. So, to keep the same visual style as I imagine you would. Unless it changed as they got older to kind of fit with it. I don't know. I've never seen it.
No, we don't know.
It's all speculation. Hey, but I went for Boyhood.
And I went for Birdman, or The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance, which is a horrible title.
Yes.
Because it's pretentious.
We both went for the Oscar bait films.
And Birdman won.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, I mean, you wanted to go for Imitation Game, didn't you?
Yeah, and also lots of people, like the Grand Budapest Hotel won a lot of the technical awards, so I was surprised that it wasn't, it could well have been that one.
But Birdman. So Tom wins with 4.
Yeah.
I came second of 2 with 3, but ABH altogether got 4.
Yeah. Was it
4
not
5?
No, it was,
what?
I got 5 and you got 4, didn't you?
Tom got 1 more than me.
And the podcast got all but 2.
Yes. This is why we need to write this stuff down.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, we did, but I forgot it. But we did okay.
Yeah.
We did pretty good. Based on our limited knowledge, we did really well.
Not even limited knowledge, just knowledge of the Academy and how they work.
It is, and that's the whole point of why we do it every year, even though we're not,
because we don't
on films and we haven't seen everything like a lot of people have who do the predictions, is because, and it fits with our podcast sort of theme,
if you like.
Anywhere but here, it's ridiculous the way that the Academy works.
Yeah, and I'm not big on I enjoy awards shows, but only because it's so self-congratulatory and self-serving, and you can tell who's going to win.
Yeah, I suppose that's wrong of me to say it's ridiculous how the Academy works. It's ridiculous how predictable the Academy is.
Yeah, because there's been a lot of controversy for the past few years about the lack of black people on the panel, or the lack of young people.
Yeah,
but it's only because the people in the Academy are, all middle-aged white men, pretty much. It's like 3/4 or something, isn't it? And you know a film about a struggling actor who's trying to reignite his career at an older age. Of course, that film's gonna win.
Yeah, because it kind of relates to the film industry at the minute, with like Matthew McConaughey and Reese Witherspoon coming back.
Yeah,
and fucking him himself.
Yeah, Michael Keaton himself. Yeah, absolutely. Whereas something like Whiplash, which was down for Best Picture, it was nominated, but that was never going to win Best Picture because it doesn't resonate with
the film industry, because it's about music.
Yeah, yeah, precisely. Even though it's an amazing film.
Yeah.
The Theory of Everything and The Imitation Game, both are very worthy stories.
Yeah, but they're like historical biopics, aren't they? Yeah. And Boyhood, because it was an exercise in filmmaking.
Yeah,
so
and that's why
a big
it was, exactly. They always only ever go for their own kind.
Yeah, I mean, we could probably look back and go, actually, no, they don't. But they,
generally speaking, it's how they work. So that's kind of why we do it, is because, like, as much as we really enjoy films,
yes, we do.
We don't get out to see them as much as we should, to have an authoritative voice.
But do you think it helps us or hurts us, the fact that we don't we're not that into films and we don't know that much about films that we can predict it. Do you think people that know more about films
is it like
kind of look at the films and go, actually this one is actually technically better, so that will win, actually no, because that's not what the Academy were looking at?
No, I think you're right. I think when you have a specialism of knowledge, you can overthink things.
Yeah, it can hurt.
Whereas we're like, they're gonna pick this. That's what it is. Like,
I suppose it helps to have sort of like a pessimistic view.
Yeah,
on things as well.
Definitely. There's always a Japanese one. There's always a French one. But Disney will win.
Ultimately, yes. Because the mouse has money.
He does.
Now we said Croak. We said last when we were doing the predictions, and I'll say, we won't do sound design because I don't know anything about sound design. I don't know how you can pick it. I watched Gravity this week.
Oh, did you?
And I understood the sound design in that really stood out for me.
Right.
Like how the going from the outside to the ship, and then like as the airlock sort of as it comes into repressurizes, and the sound gradually comes through muffled, and then comes, and like that sort of thing. I was watching that, I was like, that's sound design.
But you also want to watch a film,
and when they're in their suits and they're kind of doing the riveting, and it's really muffled sound because it's the sound coming vibrating through the drill into the suit where they're in, and it's kind of like that's like, it sounds like you're underwater, and like I could see that half part of the sound design was fantastic. I thought that was the film. Is really good, but it's one of those films that I have watched and I probably won't watch it again.
Right, yeah.
Like,
I get the impression that that's what it's like.
Like, have you not seen it?
No.
Oh, okay. Like Titanic was that the same for me. I thought it was a really good film, and I thought the way he made it was fantastic. But I will never sit and watch the whole film. I've seen bits and pieces as it's been on telly.
I've rewatched it a couple of times. I don't think it's still quite a good film.
Is it good?
Yeah.
I watched it at first. I thought I'm never going to watch that again. That's done. It was good.
Yeah.
But Gravity is one of those things. It's do I watch it again? Now the way I watched it is interesting because I saw it in 3D.
Oh, okay.
Even though I don't have a 3D TV.
How did you do that?
I have brought something along. I've told you about this.
Okay, yeah.
It's a 3D headset. Sorry, I'm coming away from the mic. It is a 3D headset. You can see it on there. I've put padding in here because it destroys your nose.
Right.
Without that padding. It's not brilliant. It's not an Oculus.
No.
But it's fantastic.
Did it work?
It works.
Okay.
I'll have to demonstrate to you later. I fit my phone in it. It kind of adjusts so you can fit different size phones in it.
Okay.
And you can adjust the depth.
Okay.
The focal distance, and you can adjust the pupil distance. And basically I've got a version of Gravity that what's his name? Captain Jack. He's got an eye patch and
one of those.
Yeah,
cutlass
he and a hat
wearing
with a feather in it. And he's got this version of the film that is kind of split in the middle to left and right, and you've got the plate in the middle here, and you basically slide your phone in. And you get left and right. And I put the headphones on because you've got to watch Gravity. Otherwise, the sound comes from one side.
Yeah, that's silly.
So, I put it in here and I watched Gravity in 3D.
Okay.
On my headset. Yes, I look fucking ridiculous.
I was going to say, I can only imagine what you look like.
Oh, it's insane. I just can take my glasses off and watch it because it's got the focal distance and I adjust it.
Oh, I see.
Like my eyes focus because it's close.
Yeah.
And I'm far sight, near sight.
Yeah.
I need glasses for distance. I can never tell the difference. I know what I need them for. My optician knows. That's all that matters. So, it works. I don't need glasses, so it's not uncomfortable in that sense. It just did destroy my nose.
Yeah, I can
it's
imagine.
A bit odd with the height. It's cheap. It was £12 on Amazon. So go through the ABH banner.
Yeah.
Amazon banner.
If you too want to sit in your home watching something on a phone in front of your eyes while ignoring everyone else in the room.
I'll wait until Liz was at work.
I was going to say.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've got a copy of Dawn of the Planet of the Apes as well.
Oh, right. Okay.
Like that. I've had to reformat them because otherwise it looks really squashed because it fits the two frames, the widescreen frames, in a 1080p.
Oh, right.
Like a 16:9 box. So it squashes them. The TV... When you play it on a TV, that stretches it out to how it should be. So the quality is not great, but it's really good for
what it is.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's very cool. And I've got other ideas.
Yes, I'm aware of some of the ideas. I'm not entirely sure how it will work, but I'm sure
it will work.
It will be fun, and it will be something that we can put on the YouTube channel, so you can see us in all sorts of weird.
Maybe we'll do some tests.
Who knows?
So watching Gravity like that, with the headphones on, and so is it like an immersive. The picture's really big, obviously, because it's right in front of your eyes.
Yeah.
So,
and with the headphones on as well, I suppose it's completely
you get the immersive sort of thing, and the sound design. I got sound design by watching Gravity, which was the point.
You need to watch a horror film called I'm going to get this wrong.
Babadook.
The Barbarian Sound Studio.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say the Balaban Sound Studio, but
I was wondering.
That'll be stinking paws.
Yeah, that's something else.
No, Barbarian Sound Studio. It's got Toby Jones in as a sound editor who goes off to work in Italy on the kind of Italian giallo horror films,
right?
But on the sound editing department, and it's just basically this weird psychological thriller.
I'm not going to watch it in that,
but it's it's not scary. It's more unsettling.
Yeah.
But it's all focused around like the performances that people have to give to make the sound effects.
Oh, okay.
And like how they make the sound effects.
So like Foley artists,
like someone dropping to their death from a building,
right?
And like it's all about Foley, basically. And like it will make you a bit scared of vegetables.
Oh, okay.
They use a lot of vegetables to make all the hacking and slashing sounds, and
and I think don't they use like watermelons for heads
that's right.
and things? It's actual based on actual what they actually use.
Yeah, exactly. But they've made it into a kind of psychological thriller horror. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yes, I would. Yeah, so I would say that for sound design as well. But as for awards ceremonies, of course it is awards season at the moment.
Yes,
and we've had the Brits, we've had the Grammys, we've had the Emmy.
Possibly, How many of them have you watched?
I mean, I've only watched the Brits and the BAFTAs.
Yes, sorry.
That's the one I was looking for. I watched
a bit of the BAFTAs. I watched a segment of the Brits.
Yeah. Yes. I think most people have seen a segment of the Brits.
Yeah.
I don't know why we watch it every year, but we do. We put ourselves through the Brits every year.
Tradition.
Yeah. I mean, last year we had the rant about the Arctic Monkeys acceptance speech.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Rock and roll goes on and on
Alex
and
Turner.
on. Oh, you knobhead. This year,
there wasn't much to talk about.
No, it was a bit bland,
most of the
if I'm quite honest with you. Royal Blood won Best British Act, and they made a speech where they were like, you probably don't know who we are.
Wasn't it Ant and
because we
Dec?
actually make... Yeah, that's right.
And they were getting under people's tables.
Yeah, they were being a bit zany.
They were being a bit Ant and Dec.
Yeah, precisely. There were references
They're great.
to PJ.
I think they're great presenters. Like, as a team, I don't think they would work on their own.
No, not at all.
As a double act, they are really good.
They are the modern Morecambe and Wise, aren't they?
Yeah, they're better than James Corden.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Who did it last year, didn't he?
And... Yeah, the drummer from Royal Blood was wearing a PJ and Duncan t-shirt, which was quite funny. It was the shot of when whichever one of them got the paintball in his eyes.
Oh, so that's from Grange Hill. Yeah.
No, it was Biker Grove.
Biker Grove, sorry.
Yeah.
They were Biker Grove. Oh, yeah, they were Grange Hill up north.
Yeah,
in the youth centre.
Yeah, youth centre rather than the school. So that was quite fun. But the big thing that was touted all night, actually saying that, Kim Kardashian gave an award out.
Oh, God.
I've not seen Kim Kardashian outside of a certain video. Her arse is not real, right? That can't be. No, really. It's ridiculous.
It was.
Because I looked up... on some magazine's website.
It is ridiculously big. Naturally, it is ridiculously big.
It just looks...
I don't know. I haven't seen...
I think she's had it augmented.
I haven't seen full body for a while, so I don't know. Because I try to avoid her as much as possible. I
don't like her at all.
And she's... so, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know, like... who's the other one with the big ass? Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
Hers has definitely been augmented.
Right.
Within the last sort of 5 years.
Thing is, I went onto a magazine's website and it showed the changing of Kim Kardashian's arse over the last 12 years.
But or does she do certain exercises that target that muscle?
I have no idea, but like her hips were like twice as wide.
Because if it's gradually getting bigger, you would think she's exercising to gradually increase the size. Whereas if it was augmented, it would just suddenly be that big, wouldn't it?
I don't know. Anyway, she looked ridiculous, and she is ridiculous. But she introduced Kanye West, and he did a song, but half of it was muted. It was like watching. You remember the live stream on Big Brother?
I heard about this.
They said stuff that was controversial, and they did all the birds tweeting in the background. They basically cut to a microphone in the green room where there were just people milling around talking.
Because he was just swearing
for half the song. But the thing is, because they were doing it live, they left in a load of niggers and shit and fuck.
Really?
Yeah. It was all over the shop.
And I guess Ant and Dec had to apologise quite a lot.
They were like, well.
Yeah.
I wish I'd found that clip, actually.
The perfect Ant and Dec.
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of did that, kind of like, well, that was something.
Yeah.
But the big thing of the night, I don't understand it. People keep saying about, like, I mean, Diamonds Are Forever, yes. Diamonds Are Forever?
Diamonds from Sierra Leone.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually heard that.
Yeah.
Gold Digger, you were saying,
yes.
But I thought that was actually a JC song with him featuring on it.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Fair enough. I think that is all I know, I think. I mean, if I heard something...
He sampled Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, but I
don't know the song, you only know that sample. That don't kill me. If I don't make me grow strong, shut up. Yeah.
Yeah, you're a prick. But the big thing that was really touted for that night was the first performance in 20 years on the Brits of Madonna.
Who? Is
Madonna.
She relevant? Sorry, yeah, no. Oh, my point. Is she relevant? Really? Does anyone care?
I don't think she's been relevant since the early 2000s, but that was only because Ray of Light was quite a good song.
Yeah. And Beautiful Stranger from
the Austin Powers. But that was that 2000s or was that late 90s?
Good point. I don't know.
I'm not sure. But I think it was around about the same time.
I don't care about Madonna. She can't sing.
She was good in the 80s and 90s.
Yes. Yeah, and that's the thing. Anyone that grew up there likes her, and do gay men even like her anymore? Is she?
I'm not sure whether she's the icon for the Pink Brigade anymore. I'm not sure.
Who am I thinking? There is someone that is. I think some. I think Lady Gaga's probably taken that crown. To be fair.
But Lady Gaga's ripped her entire shtick off early Madonna anyway. Really.
Speaking of, actually, did you see her Oscars Sound of Music thing?
No.
Other than the heinous fucking English accent she kept putting on, she was incredible.
What, Lady Gaga?
Yes. She's so talented.
But we've always had a bit of a soft spot for the Gaga, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So...
Yeah, she is great. She's a fantastic performer, and there's no doubt, and she's got a great voice.
I like some of her songs as well.
She struggles a bit, I think, with it, but for most part...
But she's more art-based than actually being a singer, I think, really, she's got a shtick. Isn't she? Yeah, she's got her thing that she does, which is wearing silly
weird
clothes
stuff.
And
being
more of a, an artist rather than a musical artist. It's performance art more than anything else.
Yeah. So, but I say, she's probably taken the crown from Madonna, mostly.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Madonna,
she's not relevant.
It's just the fact she was massive at one point.
She started to make these shock decisions, like to kiss Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera, or flirt inappropriately with Justin Timberlake, or appear
and call Maidstone. What did she say? When big weekend? It was in Maidstone, and she called us Manchester or something.
I think so. Yeah, that was a mistake. And to dress massively inappropriate for someone who is
56.
Yeah,
54.
Around there.
50, mid 50.
Yeah.
She doesn't look terrible.
No, she doesn't. No, I'm not saying that. She doesn't. She didn't need to go through that stage of just wearing a leotard.
No,
that was a mistake.
No, she didn't.
There's dressing provocatively, and there's dressing inappropriately, and that was the second one. But she's always been a controversial figure, but she's not, like you say, she's not really relevant anymore.
No, but regardless, everyone was looking forward to it to see what she would do.
To see what she would do, and I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting because she came on and it was a bit like some of her early stuff where she would be a bit theatrical and.
Yeah, that's kind of Madonna, isn't it? It's what
she does. And I'm sure everyone's seen the clip.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone's seen the clip, but I
everyone knew what we were working towards, but we kind of have to have a conversation
to play
about
it, really.
Yes.
And so here it is, 34 seconds of Madonna.
Mediocre sort of sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like laughing at someone. Well, I love laughing at someone else's expense, but it's it's gonna loop. Yeah, I don't know whether it shows it in slow motion. I kind of hope it does, but no, it's not. And that's quite a heavy. I mean, I would imagine that's partially the microphone hitting the floor.
Yeah, but you got to hear. I did see that she was on Jonathan Ross.
Yeah.
And she said she suffered whiplash because of it.
Yeah, because she hit her head
hit the back of her head on the floor.
Right.
She didn't fall down the stairs. That's the thing. She was dragged down the stairs and she flew.
Yeah.
Like she jumped 2 or 3 steps because it was climbing up to the stage.
Yeah.
She went down hard.
Yeah. But there's lots of people out there being even more cynical than we are.
Yeah.
Saying that there's a big conspiracy and it was all an act to kind of sell more records. Because her sales for her... for the album are up something like 134%. They would have been anyway because she's on TV.
Yeah, I don't think I would risk concussion.
No.
For a couple of
seems a bit ludicrous,
sales.
Doesn't it? Like she's a figure of controversy.
But it's the internet, so they're always
everyone
has
to weigh in and have their own opinions on it, don't they? I mean, how pathetic of people to have an opinion on something.
Exactly. Fucking disgusting. For your own gain as well.
Yeah. But yeah, so
what is basically what happened. If you haven't seen it, why haven't you? Because it's fucking hilarious.
She came on in a massive cape.
Yeah, it was a big cape.
It was tied around her neck.
Almost.
Gaga-esque.
Is it Madonna-esque that Gaga rips off?
No, precisely, which is my point.
But that Lady Gaga song "Born This Way" kind of rips off Madonna's song.
Oh God!
I can never remember what it is.
Yeah, no,
but
me neither.
it's very.
It's almost exactly the same as "Express Yourself."
Express Yourself. There we go. Yeah, but she basically had this big cape that was tied around her neck. She claims that they were a bit worried that it would slip off, so they tied it a bit tighter.
Yeah, because her entrance was a lot longer than it was when she performed at the Grammys. She did the same thing at the Grammys.
Yes,
and it came straight off.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be she pulls a cord. Which just has it draping over her shoulders, and then the dancers pull it off, and it slides off very dramatically.
Yes.
But yeah, they tied it a bit tighter because she had to walk further.
Yeah.
And they didn't want it to come off by accident, so they rather risk pulling her down the stairs backwards.
Yeah.
It was impressive. Yeah. I mean, there's one lesson to learn.
And bless her, like she carried on.
Yeah.
Regardless, and the lyrics were all about stumbling and falling and getting back up again, which was a bit
kind of fitting. Yeah, really. It was when I actually watched it. Probably I was like, "Oh, that's ironic."
Yeah, I know. And that slightly strange kind of dance thing that she did right afterwards.
Was that she did seem a bit more subdued?
I think that was her limbering up again. I think shaking it out.
Fuck, we're in a step. But
there is, of course, one lesson that we're
going to our correspondent Edna Mode.
And she says,
"Nuggets."
There you go, Madonna.
Indeed,
no capes. Yeah, I fucking love that film.
Yeah, me too.
So, Madonna. Whoops. There was this whole thing I didn't really want to talk because everyone's going to cover it, but Andrew from Two Screws Pod had this insane Twitter. Not rant.
Some would call it a rant.
Yeah.
Others would call it a kind of...
Here's his point of view on the whole talking about things that don't matter. There's more important things to write. It's a really interesting read. It's almost a blog post in about 15
Twitter
tweets.
Posts. Yeah.
Yeah, you can go back. We've commented on it on our ABH Pod Twitter. You can click on ours and you can see his post. It's almost like a blog post in Twitter form, but it's very interesting. It's kind of like, does it really matter if people talk about that, as long as it starts a conversation and can lead to more important discussions?
But it wasn't about Madonna.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I didn't want to talk about that because does anyone care? Everyone's on about it. But fuck it, why not talk about that? It led to something more interesting.
Precisely, yeah, I think you're right.
He was talking about the dress.
Yeah. Which I've seen in both colours, so I don't know what that says about me.
Well, I've only ever seen the white and gold. I understand it's actually blue and black.
Yeah.
And I understand why it doesn't look blue and black to me.
Yeah.
Or why it looks white and gold, but I can only see it as white and gold.
Yeah, but this leads back to a whole thing that I've always thought, even without the use of anything substance based, is that how do you know exactly what colour is what anyway, really? Because
how is my green? The way you interpret, how do you know my green is the same as your green?
Yeah, precisely. The way everyone interprets colour is different.
It's a shower thought.
Else. Yeah.
There's a whole Reddit subreddit about shower thoughts, about things like that. How do I know that what I see as green isn't actually this? It's all to do with your perception, the cones in your eyes, how you see the world.
Exactly.
So
and it helps with it's depending on the light.
That's
the light of the room that you're in, and
that's the whole thing with that dress. It was way overexposed because the picture was taken in a dark room. The camera compensated, way overexposed it, and showed it as different colours. And hey, it happens.
It's one of those things, but for it to get worldwide attention like it did,
what colour do you see? Because I see that. What colour? Yeah. That's not the interesting thing. The interesting thing is the science behind it, which is why I kind of latched onto it.
Absolutely, but there was just so much made of it.
I've been so desperate to see it as the opposite. I kind of got the white to look pale blue, but the gold still looks gold, or the black still looks gold to me.
See, I originally saw it as blue and black.
Like deep blue and black, or your brain perceived it as blue and black?
No, it was definitely that. And then later on in the day, I saw it as white and gold. It was weird, but I don't know. But the thing is, like, you can't 100% trust the internet anyway, because someone could have just doctored it and put it up in a different thing. Anyway.
Yeah, it depends if you're looking at exactly the same image you looked at earlier.
I wasn't looking at the same image.
Oh, so it could have been slightly doctored.
Yeah.
I did see a doctor version. For those having trouble, this is how we see it. I've looked at that one, but it's interesting.
It was, like you say, it's interesting for the science. Yes, there are more worthy things to be talking about in the world, but it leads on. Does everything have to be doom and gloom? You know, does everything have to be about the Ukraine or the Middle East?
No. And
Jihadi John or whoever the hell that guy is.
Yeah, and the thing is with the dress picture, we can change our perception of it. We can't change what happens elsewhere. No. Put it in layman's terms.
Yeah. That was kind of the gist of his thing, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, it's just kind of like... But it starts people talking, and then you can go on to other... I don't know how it leads on to other things.
No.
But just the fact that you're talking to start with...
Yeah.
Then at least there's an opportunity to talk about other things. Yeah. Because you're already in a conversation.
But it's been an interesting week for news and news replacing news this week, as you were saying to me before we started recording.
The start of the week was... Was it Gary Glitter got sentenced?
Yes, he did.
But unfortunately, how can you not know? He's basically been sentenced for sexual abuse of...
Attempted rape of an 8-year-old girl.
Basically, 4 children. I think it was 4 cases of under 10s.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, because it happened in the 70s, the judge was limited to sentencing that was available back then. So he's got like 16 years.
Yeah. See, the thing is as well, he's been arrested twice in the past anyway, and once was in Thailand. I mean, he's been in a Thai prison.
That's what started it, I think, wasn't it? And then they seized his computers and found all the pictures.
Well, originally they seized the computer. No, he got his laptop. He took it into PC World to get it repaired.
That was it.
And they found all the images on there, and then he fucked off to Thailand
to run,
and then got put in prison there for messing around with underage kids.
Yeah,
because I suppose he thought it would be legal out there.
Yeah.
And then eventually, years and years later, he's come back to the UK to face the charges.
Yeah.
And he's only got 16 years for it.
Yeah, which is disgusting. And then what happened after that? Was it Cliff Richard?
Cliff Richard.
A note came out. See, the thing is with Cliff Richard, he hasn't done anything new.
No, he hasn't been arrested.
No,
he's not been
at all.
charged with anything.
But there was a letter sent between...
Last year, the latter part of the summer, I think, his massive house in the country was searched.
Yes.
In conjunction with Operation Yewtree.
Right. Well, Gary Glitter was the first arrest, wasn't it, for Yewtree? Or he was one of the first.
I mean, you've had Savilgate, but you've had Rolf Harris, Dave Lee Travis, and a couple of others.
Yeah, but did I say Gary Glitter? I think he was the first one actually arrested under Operation Yewtree.
In prison.
Yes, under Operation Yewtree.
Yeah, you're probably right. I don't think any of them have actually gone to jail yet.
No, anyway, sorry. So Cliff Richard.
But yeah, so this was last year. His house was raided. We might have talked about it. I don't know.
I think so.
But there's not necessarily anything they've found. But a letter came out this week saying that the investigation into Cliff Richard had increased significantly in size, saying that more people had come forward.
And I think in the letter it came out there is another accusation that hadn't been mentioned before, but it's not new in terms of it's only just happened.
That's right. But the thing is, as well,
but it's only just come out.
Cliff Richard and his lawyers hadn't been informed about the allegation.
No.
Until this letter came out in the media. So they didn't have any chance to kind of quash it.
And they're extremely pissed off that this letter has come out because there was no need for it.
No.
And it's just kind of tarred him even more because he's obviously, understandably, saying, I've done nothing wrong. The allegations are absolutely ridiculous. Which, I mean, it's Cliff Richard, man.
I don't know.
It's difficult.
There's no smoke without fire.
No, of course there's not.
But nothing has been proved at this point.
No.
However, the media and the Yorkshire Police Service have not helped at all if it turns out that he is in fact innocent, because his name's been tarred even more. Yeah,
and it's one of those situations that if it does come out he is completely innocent, now if somebody searches for him online, this will be one of the first things to come up.
Yeah.
So his name is forever tarred, even if he's found innocent.
Yeah.
Because that will be all way in the background, and the internet, people won't go back to find out that he's
exactly.
innocent.
Like no one does enough research into things.
But if he is guilty, fuck him.
Yeah, precisely. But luckily for him, the Madonna thing came
Madonna
around,
fell down the stairs.
And that took all the pressure off him.
Yeah.
It took all the media attention away for a little while, and then the dress came out and it took away Madonna's embarrassment, I suppose.
It's just so funny.
It's been a baffling week, hasn't it? Yeah.
It's kind of, did you hear about Gary Glitter? Yeah, but did you hear about Cliff Richard? No, but I heard about Madonna. What about that dress? What colour is it?
Yeah.
What's going on?
It's a microcosm of the internet, isn't it? And the attention span of people.
It's just ridiculous. But on the subject of... so you've got this whole thing about children touching and Cliff Richard and Gary Glitter.
Yeah, where are you going?
Sometimes it's totally innocent. Like there's in Scotland somewhere in Dumbarton. There's this lollipop man,
right?
Who he's a very. I don't want to watch the news report. I just want to read the article. Thanks. He. I'm not going to try his name because it's an African name.
Okay.
It's consonants together that just our
anglicised.
We can't
accent.
do it.
Yeah.
His 74-year-old lollipop man is known as the happiest lollipop man due to his singing and dancing at work.
Cool.
So when the kids are crossing the road, he's singing and he's dancing, and he high-fives them as they walk past as well.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, West Dunbartonshire Council says that he's not allowed to do that anymore.
No high-fiving?
No high-fiving, no dancing, because it distracts children. It might distract the drivers as well.
Okay.
So it's kind of a safety concern. If he's doing stuff like that, people will be distracted, not paying attention. They might accidentally run over the children. Now, the defence that a lot of the parents and one of the parents has actually set up a Facebook page and a change.org petition to try and allow him to do it, because they say the fact that he's dancing around in a big high-vis coat with a bloody lollipop man crossing guard. Sorry.
Yeah, all right.
They're called lollipop men because they have
a big sign that looks like a lollipop.
Looks like a lollipop. It's a big stick with a round circle on top. But they say that surely would draw people's attention more as a driver. Look, fucking, what's that? Oh shit, stop.
Yeah.
It's a crossing.
Regardless of whether he's prancing around.
And the parents are saying as well that a lot of the children are more inclined to go and use the crossing because they want to see him rather than crossing where it's not safe.
Yeah.
Because jaywalking isn't a thing over here.
Yeah.
You can cross wherever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
So they're saying it's actually making children more likely to use that crossing because they want to see him because it's fun.
Yeah, he's a friendly man.
It's just ludicrous.
Yeah, I know. It's political correctness gone mad.
Fucking political correctness. Yeah, so they're saying he's not allowed to dance and high five children anymore, and he's like an African guy. He came over.
The thing is, like, that's a shame because obviously he enjoys what he does. Why would you want to like?
It's ludicrous. I read that and I was like, that's a kind of fucking anywhere but here
exactly.
sort of story. It's simple. There's nothing heinous about it. I would love like our the crossing lady, the lollipop lady. Chloe's got always hi to the children, how are you doing, talks to them, and kind of when you do it at the end of the day, I'll see you later, have a good day. Really nice. Yeah. Like, it's just, and I've always had crossing attendants, lollipop ladies and people. Men. Like, they're just nice. Lollipop. They're not lollipop guild.
We are the
Yeah. Did you realise you don't actually know the words to that song?
No, yeah.
I did that. I was like, yeah. So, I mean, let's stick up for him. I can't give you his name. It's just, do you want to attempt it?
No.
No? You sure?
I haven't seen it, but no.
Yeah, don't even.
No.
Stop looking at it. Stop.
I will. So, I don't know.
So sometimes adults interacting with children is a positive thing.
Yeah, high-fiving is not a thing to be afraid of, is it?
That was such a tenuous thing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Dave gave us a story this week about a man in Puerto Rico. He died, and his family decided that because he loved dressing up as a particular character, that they would honour him at his funeral by dressing him up in his favourite costume.
Yes. Not
only that, the story gets weirder. This man... I can't look at that picture. It's scary. This eccentric Puerto Rican man, known for his Green Lantern costume, ended up wearing it even when when he was dead.
There's something you hear about people having themed weddings. Was it Nerd Church? They spoke about the Star Wars themed wedding. Where they had all the stormtroopers. Yeah. People do that.
This is a kind of. It's not a themed funeral, but
no.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
No. This guy's name was Renato Garcia. He was 55, and he found the costume in a box next to a bin in San Juan, in the north in Puerto Rico, and was known for wearing it around his local area because he was an eccentric.
Yeah.
There's one a bit like that in Raynham where I work, and he wears loud bobble hats and kind of.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sings and dances a bit like your lollipop man.
Yeah.
He's known as the sheriff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I think he's got a bit of a tragic story, but is trying to inject fun into people's lives by standing at quite a busy roadside and trying to make people laugh.
Yeah.
He seems all right to me.
He's one of those people that people will shy away from and thinks weird, rather than looking at it and thinking, actually...
Yeah. When you look deeper into it...
Perhaps he's just looking for a bit of fun and happiness in his life.
Yeah. Where there wasn't any a few years back.
Oh, that took a fucking turn,
but like what I'm saying is this guy was known for wearing his Green Lantern costume. And after he died after a severe asthma attack the other week, and his family decided it was appropriate that he was buried in the Green Lantern costume.
Yeah, of course. Because he wore it all the time.
He was known for it. What they then did was they got him embalmed. And instead of being... Well, I suppose he has been buried in the costume, but what they also did was at the funeral, they got him embalmed and then propped his body up in the corner of the room in the Green Lantern costume.
That's terrifying, that
with
picture.
Like a green mask over his face that's not showing his eyes. It's like a sleeping aid. One of those. Yeah. It's not a
it hasn't got the holes cut for him to see. Like.
But that would have been even freakier.
Yeah.
I think, if his eyes were there. So apparently his sister said it's what he would have wanted.
Yeah.
To be propped up as an exhibit at his own funeral.
I guess.
Dressed in I mean, it's just...
If he was a performer, I guess.
He looks right like Ryan Reynolds though, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's a bit like the picture that I want to look at it. It's one of those I want to look at it, but I can't. It's weird. That's the Ryan Reynolds picture I'm talking about. The other one I haven't got a problem with. There's a video.
Oh, there's a video.
Oh,
I don't want to watch it.
But the picture, he's in a corner of a room. He's got his hand on his chest, across his body.
Yeah, apparently he's got a power ring on that fist.
Okay, so he's holding it up to his chest. And he's kind of stood there, and there's just a group of kids standing in a circle in front of him. Not looking at him, just kind of like, just ignoring the fact there is a man in a Green Lantern suit. Yeah. A dead man in a Green Lantern suit propped up in the corner of the room.
Yeah, there's some awkward looking children kind of not really sure where to look.
It's like, it's a 90-degree angle sort of wall, and he's kind of
he's in the corner looking into the room.
Freestanding.
At you. It's just a bit surreal. But his is not the only one. This kind of bizarre funeral rituals in Puerto Rico. Last June, the body of a builder was taken to the funeral in a shovel of a bulldozer. So not a hearse.
I think I saw that somewhere. Yeah.
And then shortly before that, a Puerto Rican octogenarian woman, Georgina Chevrony, had a wake dressed in her wedding dress and sitting in her favourite rocking chair. Now, if that's not something from a fucking horror film, I don't know what is.
Yeah. That's as long as they didn't rock the chair.
That's it, isn't it? There was also a boxer who'd been asked to dress in his boxing attire and placed on his feet in the corner of the boxing ring. Then there was a 22-year-old man who wanted to have his wake held with him riding on the motorcycle he used to ride. So, like, get imposed on a motorbike.
Oh, okay, I was going to say, like, driven to... who would be the person driving that motorcycle with him with his arms wrapped around?
There was another man who was embalmed and driven around town in one of the ambulances he owned.
See, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's odd,
yeah.
but it's fine.
You're not going to shock too many people because they're not going to be looking in.
Well, was he sat...
I assume he was in the passenger seat.
I
would imagine he's in the passenger seat.
See, now that's weird.
Well, I assume it doesn't say.
No.
There was a man who asked to be dressed as Che Guevara, whom he admired. Yeah. Fair enough, whatever. Yeah. So it's a strange thing. Apparently, Puerto Rico, you can have themed funerals. It's uncomfortable thinking,
I'm not sure what I would want.
I don't think... Maybe we should get embalmed with microphones in front of our faces.
Yeah.
And just play recordings of Anywhere But Here.
Yeah, no, I think I just want a normal cremation. Thanks.
Yeah, I want to get burnt. I don't want to be stood up in the corner.
Maybe have a comical song playing as you're going through.
Relight My Fire.
Burn, Baby, Burn.
Yeah.
Or if you get buried, you can have Status Quo Deeper.
Yeah.
Down.
Or
down,
Deeper
down.
Underground by Jamiroquai.
Yeah, there you go. Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead.
Yeah. Well, that's been done, hasn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's a classic joke. I don't know if it's actually been
cruel
done, is it?
Well, no.
The classic one is always look on the bright side of life, isn't it?
Yeah. One of the funerals I went to was the one and only by Chesney Hawkes.
That's amazing. That's great. I like that.
It was bittersweet. It was horrifying, but like still really quite funny.
It was a cremation. Was it?
It wasn't.
Oh jeez. Like as they're lowering the coffin, you got the do as it's been lowered, hits the ground. I am the one. Yeah. Oh, terrible. People, bad taste.
But it summed up her personality exactly.
So. No, that's.
But no one was dressed up.
It's like a last wish. It's fine.
That's fine. But like,
it's the people that are living that have to deal with the aftermath of that.
Oh man, what a show!
Yeah,
this week.
We ended on death, but
yeah, we've continued that theme. That's just for Robert England.
Yeah, not that one.
Not that one.
Oh, by the way, another Richard Herring sort of callback to not that one, isn't it?
I want to give one last shout out to obviously Ozzy and Annie, who I was out with last night, but also in one of the pubs in Maidstone was a girl I used to go to school with called Helen.
Oh.
And
yes,
we haven't seen each other in years and years and years, and I almost, like, from across the room, I kind of went onto Twitter and was like, "Is that you?" But before I even finished typing the message, she'd come over and said hi and stuff.
She was like, "Man up, Tom."
Yeah. But she listens to the podcast quite regularly. So hello to Helen.
Hello, Helen.
It's good to know at least one more person, the name of one more person who listens on a regular basis.
Well, that's good. I like finding the ones that listen but don't tell you.
Yeah,
they don't interact a lot.
That was it. I was like,
Loz
really?
does
Why?
interact a lot and he's been on.
Yeah.
But when I saw him at that birthday party and he said he still listens, I was like, really?
Oh, right.
Oh, that's cool. Thanks.
You should come on next week.
Yeah. And he did.
But so I just wanted to give that a shout out.
Thank you for listening, Helen.
And thank you for everyone who does listen and doesn't necessarily get in contact. But it is nice to find out who you are.
Yeah. So get in contact.
So we don't ask much, except for you to go through our Amazon banner and then talk to us all the time. And,
Validate us, please.
We're not needy.
Validate us. Right, yeah, so we've had a few of the technical difficulties throughout, so we do apologise if there's any. I'm going to listen back and hopefully find some.
That's it.
Yeah.
And really, the one lesson that we're taking away from this entire episode, I think we're going to leave on this one piece of good advice that we've already put out there, but we just want to reiterate it again. But so for Anywhere But Here this week, I've been Tom.
I've been Ant.
And remember,
knock it!